Hello and welcome to a new video. This is the second part of the Twin Oaks Card Show down in Federal Way, Washington, down in the Commons Mall. Honestly, a pretty dead mall to be honest, but hey, I'm here for the card show. And let's get straight into it. I hear this vendor pretty nice. Had everything pretty organized. That's a good and bad thing. I can explain in a minute, but here I went through the basketball teams that have hot rookies right now. So Mavericks. And the Hornets, the top two rookies right now, Cooper Flag and Khan. I don't even know how to say his last name, honestly. But see here, I couldn't really find any Cooper. A lot of good parallels, but again, these guys look like they ripped a lot of cards, so I don't think I'm gonna find much. Here we go into the Hornets side. Again, you can see here a lot of Khan. What's his name? Khan Knuppel? Is that how you say his last name? But yeah, a lot of base cards, so not really anything I want to delve into. Not even there's some was it Lamelo Ball cards, but not really much. But yeah, a good piece of advice I've heard in the past, like if a lot of the cards aren't sleeved up with like a what do you call those, like penny sleeve and a the card loader kind of thing, probably isn't worth much, to be honest. Like maybe you can find something here and there, like a diamond in the rough kind of thing, but hey, we'll just keep going here. There's a lot here to go look through. That's pretty much my thing, trying to look through good rookies, good parallels. Again, this batch here, as I just said, not really much sleeved up, so probably not worth much. You can see here in this deck a lot of autograph cards. You always have to watch out for these. Again, I noticed off the bat that these guys do a lot of breaks, a lot of card rips. So of course they're probably gonna run into a lot of these kind of cards, like nice patch and autograph cards. Again, if you're a collector and you like these cards, go ahead, go for it. But in my case, my main goal is to buy and sell. I'm not trying to cheap out too much. I'm not trying to rip people off. Like, I'll buy it sticker price if I think it's a good deal, but at the end of the day, I know a lot of these players. I don't even know half these players. That's already a good indication. If you know a lot about the sport, you should know what are big names and stuff. But here's the first hit. I feel Teofimo Lopez is a boxer. So what, number to 149 if I'm not mistaken. It was at $5. I get it here for a little cheaper. Pretty nice hit there. This is before his fight against Shakur Stevenson for the title. So this was more of a gamble on my part, thinking if he's gonna win, maybe his card's gonna go up, kind of thing, But again, a lot of good numbered cards here. You can tell these are probably from like hobby boxes and whatnot. So they spent a lot of money on this to maybe just try to chase for the big card, and maybe they did, or maybe they're just trying to cut their losses. Yeah, every now and again you'll see something. I saw where is it? Is it right now? I see a lot of other combat sports kind of cards. Right there, yeah, I think it was like a women's fighter there. I could have picked that one up. But yeah, it's hard. A lot of these cards are just the same price, so you kind of get lost into just looking into it, especially if you have a main goal in your mind. It's always good to have some knowledge. But yeah, just to reiterate, I think I mentioned in a video before, things that will always sell, honestly, are like hot rookies, we're talking like Jaden Daniels, even though he got hurt. Whatever rookies right now, like Ted McMillan. I think he just won the Offensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. But yeah, any hot rookies, but over time, like the best ones to sell are like Michael Jordan's, LeBron James, like right now Shohei Ohtani, right here. This one's, I feel like, more for the collection, but I think I end up trying to sell it. Russell Wilson rookie patch cards. I put it back there just because I just wasn't sure and I wanted to keep looking. But yeah, I think they were selling those for 40 and 60 respectively, so $100. So in my head at this point, I'm trying to see what kind of best deal I can get. I already have that Teofimo Lopez there, only stickered at $5, and maybe I can get a deal from there. That dual autograph, I should have looked at more. I didn't even know who it was. Maybe I can go back into footage and see what kind of players they were. Yeah, that's the name of the game. You'll just maybe lose it sometimes. A little tip there, yeah. If you're looking through a lot of cards through these kind of boxes, I always feel like you just lift one card a little bit so it kind of leaves a bookmark. Then you can, you don't lose your spot in line kind of thing. I think ideally, sellers would put like duct tape on the bottom so cards don't like keep sliding all over the place. But yeah, that's a lot of work. I'm not expecting them to do that for me. Again, a lot of numbered cards are here. Here I have like was it a red, white, and blue of Patrick Mahomes? That's another player that I always feel like their market is always pretty active. They'll always sell no matter what. I think I end up cutting my losses there, but it's okay. I don't think I sold it yet anyway. The niche I'm trying to like focus more on is baseball. Trying to learn more names, more popular players. I kind of learned throughout the years. Obviously, Shohei. Aaron Judge. I've heard of him. Austin Trout. I heard he's one of those guys who is really good player on a shitty team. You saw there was like a UFC fighter, but he wasn't too popular. Like there was another one there, Aljamain Sterling. Not super popular. So again, numbered but not super popular. And you can see here a lot of these $1 cards are just some maybe like not as marketable names, but short printed like nice parallels. You gotta watch out for those if you're in my field of buying and selling. Again, if you're a collector, go by all means. Just go ahead and collect as much as you want. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to anyone. Again, I keep want to reiterate color match kind of cards, and what I mean by that is colors that match what their jersey is, or what their team is, mostly the jersey, just because you can see what the jersey is. There's a Star Wars autograph card, I think. I don't know. That was pretty cool. I should have got that. I don't know. Oh, I didn't show it there, but was this the same vendor? But yeah, I ended up getting the Russell Wilson patch cards. They're rookie patches. Now, one was numbered, the other one wasn't, but I think they're both game worn. That was pretty nice. I think I ended up getting the whole lot of the Patrick Mahomes, Teofimo Lopez, and 2 Russell Wilson cards for I think $80. Hopefully that wasn't a bad deal for myself, But again, going back to my point of color match cards, I remember selling like a nice Jordan Love card. It was just like one of those green cracked ice parallels, but just because it's green, it sold for a lot more than usual, even though it wasn't even a rookie card or anything. But that's the kind of power these kind of parallels have. And if I remember correctly, this vendor, he had a lot of Ken Griffey cards. Looked like a big Seattle sports fan, which is nice to see, being a Seattleite myself. But here you'll see sort of a good find here. Hopefully, I already sold some of these, but you'll see in a bit here. Yeah, don't you miss Ken Griffey if you're from Washington, from Seattle? We wasted him, I feel. Oh my gosh, how many playoffs final games did he play in? I couldn't even count. I probably could count on my 1 or 2 hands, I want to apologize for probably the rest of the video here where I'm looking through cards. Did not do a good job with the camera, so it's going to be hard to see full pictures of these cards. But there you go. There's some first edition, or most of them are first edition, like old school Pokemon cards. Right in the middle of all these like Marvel Topps cards, which I wasn't really, looking at. But yeah, try to grab a few to see what kind would be good. And there you go, big stack here. And I think what's most important is trying to find first edition. They usually track better, they sell better, and they also are higher valued. Here you can see I grabbed the starters for the Johto Pokemon, so Chikorita, Totodile, and Cyndaquil, all first edition. I think two of them are at least for first edition. But again, this is where knowledge really helps. Of course, I've collected Pokemon in the past, but I've started recollecting back in 2019, just here and there, until like a few years ago when I was really trying to collect. So again, doing your research. I know these were like old school from like the late 90s, early 2000s kind of Pokemon cards. So I feel like it's a good gamble. And again, this vendor was pretty nice. I don't know if he knew what he had, but I was able to get like 6 or 7 Pokemon cards for like $5. And here we have just a good overview of all the nice slabs people have here of Victor Wembanyama Noir out of 99 there. That's pretty nice. An SGA card, again rookie from when he was in Clippers. It was a graded card. That was pretty nice. I don't end up getting a lot here, but there's some good old school cards. Maybe I should have kept a better lookout for these. I try to, again, I think I've mentioned before, I try to avoid retro cards because I just didn't know how volatile their market is. I think honestly I was a little burnt out at this point. Maybe this part of this haul, or I guess this trip, it's been like almost an hour. So looking through this kind of, it kind of just melts together. So I'm gonna do better at that. That's a nice card right there. A lot of jersey cards here, but a lot of people that I don't really know. Again, my knowledge is as best as it can be. I'm not a casual by any means, I feel, but knowing specific names, I'm like, I don't know what that is. And I don't think I buy anything from this stack. Again, I feel like I should have. Maybe some nice little, diamond in the roughs kind of thing. But again, it's really cool to see all this variation, not the same kind of, usually these smaller cards, you're going to see the same thing over and over again. But here, there's a numbered card right there, jersey patch kind of thing, maybe some RPAs. If I did see, oh, there's a Tom Brady right there. I didn't even notice, while editing this. Yeah, again, a lot of old school cards in this table. That's a cool one there too. It's like a, what do you call this? It's like kind of holographic, but you have to look at a certain angle to see the actual picture kind of thing. I forgot what they're called. So there's like a Charizard card randomly. Here's my way of trying to help clean up a little bit. So now we're off to these slabs. They're pretty nice, actually. There's a color match Giannis there. I was a 9. It's a good optic. I should have looked at these more. I don't think there was any prices on there, if I'm not mistaken. So again, that's all up to you if you want to try to negotiate or whatnot. This is the kind of thing where you'd want to like grab a few that you are interested in. Look at the comps. Like go on eBay, or what was that one place called 130 Point or something, where it shows like recent sales. You know, go from there. And of course, since you see a lot of slabs in like just a stack like this, you'll know that they're kind of on the lower end. You know, see that $45 is probably going to be on the higher end of this kind of like stack. See a Shohei, Stars, and MLB. That kind of parallel isn't, or insert I guess, isn't super valuable. But, you know, it's still a Shohei. Again, some nice old school cards here. Really cool. Really cool to see these older school players. Tony Parker, you know, there's a Vince Carter, right? And this should be the last part of it. Yeah, here you go. Me coming back home to see what we were able to pick up. The Pokemon, Patrick Mahomes, Teofimo Lopez, Kenneth Walker for sure. All these other cards that I thought were, you know, pretty cool. Maybe I can sell them. Those jersey patches of the rookie Russell Wilson. Hopefully I can sell that soon. And yeah, thanks for watching.